Late last week, all of us here at Ring of Fire, we were sitting around talking about Tucker Carlson and about how he kind of changed over the years. You know, he used to be on CNN, then he was on MSNBC, where he was still conservative, but definitely a moderate conservative that occasionally would agree with liberals. And we know that because Mike Papantonio here from Ring of Fire would go on Carlson's show once or twice a week, and many times, Pap going out there saying these, progressive things, Tucker would be like, oh yeah, okay, I agree with that. So we talked about his evolution from that moderate, reasonable seeming Republican to the horrible bigot that he's become today. And then as luck would have it, last weekend, a Twitter user called the Bronx Bull, whose Twitter handle is @KingBullio, posted this video that really explains, in Tucker Carlson's own words, the shift that he's made. Now, in this clip, before I show it, let me be clear. Tucker is talking about how Bill O'Reilly is playing a character for money, for love, for all of that. But the words that Tucker says could easily apply to his own career. And in fact, they do apply to his own career. So take a look at Tucker Carlson exposing Tucker Carlson's own grift. Here it is.
Success is built on the perception that he really is who he claims to be. If he ever gets caught out of character, it's over.
That's right. I say before that, Bill O'Reilly's really talented. He's more talented than I am. He's got a lot more viewers than I do. He's a better communicator than I am. But I think there's kind of a deep phoniness at the center of his shtick. And again, as I say, the shtick is sort of built on this perception that he is the character he plays. He is every man. This kind of, he's not right-wing, he's a populist. This kind of Irish Catholic populist fighting for you against the powers that be. And that's great as a shtick, but I'm just saying the moment that it's revealed not to be true, it's over. The moment he gets caught, slapping a flight attendant on the Concorde for not bringing his champagne fast enough, or barking at, one of his subordinates to take the, brown M&Ms out of my bowl and get me a bottle of Evian, or something like that. The second that makes Page Six, it's over, right? Because the whole thing is predicated on the fact that he is who he says he is. And just nobody is that person, especially not someone who makes $1 million, or many millions a year.
Again, he's saying all those things about Bill O'Reilly, but all of that could very easily be applied to Tucker Carlson's own life. Because even some of the people that go out there and still go on Tucker Carlson's show and say, well, no, he's a populist. That's the word they use. He's a populist. That's the same word that Tucker Carlson used to say, oh, Bill O'Reilly claims he's a populist. Well, so do you. You claim you're this anti-war person, yet you're out there beating the drums every day on behalf of Russia. You're a fraud. You're like, oh yeah, this guy does it. He gets millions of dollars a year. You get millions of dollars a year too from your network now. You also married into the Swanson TV dinner family fortune, so you have no room to pretend to claim that you're this like everyman. Like, oh, I'm just good old Tuck from down the street, working in my shed, fixing up my lawnmower. No. You have more money than most of us combined could ever even dream of. You don't have to worry about anything at all for the rest of your life except your own health. Which, of course, if something does happen to you, you've got all the money in the world to be able to get it fixed by the best doctors that the globe has. You're pretending. You're playing a character. We have seen your arc. We have seen it all happen. We have watched Tucker Carlson morph from one personality to another, whatever suits him that day or that network, to get that audience. He is a fraud, just like Bill O'Reilly is a fraud. I honestly don't believe Tucker Carlson believes most of the things that he has to say. He's an absolutely abhorrent human being, terrible person. He believes some of what he says, absolutely. But at the end of the day, that clip tells us everything we need to know. He saw what Bill O'Reilly did. He saw the success that O'Reilly had. Even managed to predict his downfall, too. That was, quite prescient. But he looked at that and said, you know what? I can do it too. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.